Yo, what's going on, guys? Riot accidentally made Rammus the #1 jungler in the game. There's two things that caused this. The first thing is they made jungle items do more damage against monsters based off of your armor and magic resist as additional stats. It used to be just off of your 80, your AP, and your health. But since they also made them do more damage based off of your armor and magic resist, it makes Rammus kind of crazy because he already gets a bunch of extra armor and magic resist from level 1 off of his W. Talon just canceled her back. That's kind of annoying. The second thing is Sunfire Aegis. They made 100 gold cheaper and give 100 more health, which is a great item on Rammus because it gives a bunch of armor, damage, and Rammus generally likes to build armor items because it makes his passive do more damage. It gives his W more armor as well. I told my teammates that I don't need a leash just to keep watch. Rammus can solo start quite easily off of Raptors, or you can start with leash on a buff. That's fine as well. Solo start on Raptors is good. You don't have to start with a potion if you're going to level 3 gank. If you want a full clear, you probably should start with a potion. For your best runes possible, go for Aftershock, Demolish, Conditioning Unflinching with Triumph and Alacrity. 3 side runes, you want to take attack speed, double armor. Get your E next, we'll pop E into W. Your W completely extends your E attack speed bonus for the full duration of your W. And your W lasts an extremely long time as long as you are auto attacking. It extends it for a limited amount. If you build full attack speed, don't think that your W will last forever because it won't. I told my bot lane not to push, that I was going to gank there early. Let's see if they follow that advice. Wrap Red Krugs is Rammus's fastest level 3 possible. And that's really all he needs. He's a level 3 gank machine. Super strong. First item rush on Rammus, you want to go for Thornmail into Jackshow, into Sunfire. This build has a 65% win rate. We're going to go ahead, Ghost in Q, get behind the Jinx and take her out. Auto attack into the E. She already burned her heal, and Soraka burned her exhaust. Not bad. We could have just gone for the Soraka and gotten her. I think getting the Jinx is more ideal because now she's going to miss CS in theory. So all in all, not bad. You could say maybe we didn't need to Ghost, but at the same time, why not? Ghost is a low cooldown. We'll cross over for our topside jungle. I'm not too worried about fighting Fiddlesticks in our jungle. The hardest junglers to deal with are high damage mage junglers such as Elise or Diana. Fighting them in your jungle is going to be really hard. Fiddlesticks, not so much. Talon's going to go deeper and deeper and deeper. This isn't worth chasing. He's missing so much XP. Like, this is just not worth. Giving up 2 waves to chase is not ideal. I'll path back into bot. You want to try to focus the lanes that already have their sums on cooldown. And their bot lane fits that description. Rammus is in a really... or Fiddlesticks is in a really bad spot here. Rengar missed his initial slow. Let's see if he can get this one. Nice. Oh, no, he messed up. He did empowered Q instead of his Bola, so I couldn't catch up. We'll go ahead and reset. First recall on Rammus. Plated is extremely strong. Auto attack EW. This guy's a goofball. Rengar's not there. I don't know what he's doing. Like I was saying, plated still caps on your first back is extremely strong. I can't help him. He's already dead. Literally couldn't have gotten there in time. Q's on a cooldown. Plated makes you fast. It makes you do more damage because extra armor makes you do more damage off your passive on your autos. Plus armor makes you tankier because of your W. Gives you more armor the more armor you have. It's a beautiful item. Every monster, turret, and minions in the game do physical damage except for Gromp. We'll go ahead and smite this real quick. Might as well. These guys are pushed up anyways. Still gotta farm a bit. You never really want to be chilling on 2 smite charges. Having 2 smite charges at any point is very suboptimal. They shouldn't have seen me there because I had a control word. We want to try to get a double knock. They're not going to let me though. Got the Soraka flash. I didn't want to taunt early because I wanted to try to kill Jinx as well. It all turned out fine. If we didn't have boots advantage, I would have taunted right after the Q. That way they couldn't have possibly gotten away. We're so much faster that that's not even really a consideration. Seems like Yumi might want to do dragon here. Yumi works really well on Rammus. It's funny. Every time I play Rammus, there's a random person on my team who decides they should play Yumi, which is great because Yumi Rammus is a lot like Kayn Yumi or Hecarim Yumi. Since you have so much mobility and high on-hit damage with Ram, it's super, super scary. They're going to have to nerf Rammus or change items or something. Rammus is absolutely too powerful at the moment. I'm going to need Yumi to get on me here. Yeah, we're not going to be able to kill him. I'll go for Raps in the bot lane. Twitch just reset, so it's not a gank if we're the only one there. The reason why you go for Thornmail Rush first on Rammus is it gives you so much damage and it heal cuts. They have a lot of self-healing on their team with Fiddlesticks on the drain, Volibear on his W, and obviously the Soraka. Flash is viable on Rammus, Ghost is better. It's a lower cooldown. Synergizes with his R as well. The faster you're moving on Rammus, the more range your R will have. Go for the Soraka. Oh, I couldn't get off my W yet. I'm pretty tanky though, even still. We get Ghost extensions. Oh wait, we actually didn't get Ghost extensions. It took too long to get that kill. Twitch should be fine. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. That was super messy. That was super, super messy. Turned out, though. Top lane is super far behind. We're going to keep focusing on dragons. Drag Soul's Rammus's win con. Rammus is not a split pusher. He is a team fight scaling machine. I'm going to keep playing around bot. They're both immobile. Jinx and Soraka don't really have speed ups or dashes in their kits, making them easy targets. Unlike Talon, can jump over the whole map. Auto attack Q reset, cancel his auto. Got some red buff healing now. Twitch is going to scare him away. I should have oracles. I shouldn't have warding totem. I can't squeeze through the wall there. That's unfortunate. We're level 5, 8 minutes in. Holy crap, super under-leveled. It's about time to reset. I would like to gank with R first since we're almost level 6. In Season 12, they made it to where Rammus doesn't slow down when he's on his W. It's so freaking good. Rammus was already viable before the recent buffs on Sunfire and for jungle item as well. Just really put him over the top from being a mid-tier jungler to a god-tier jungler. Any bot lane scared to push up. I'm hovering between mid and bot at the moment. I don't want Talon to get free plates. Still have my control word and try, so they only have so much information about where I am. It's not a bad time to reset. Can pick up a Bramble and a Giant's Belt. Maybe they stayed though. Rengar's getting dove so hard. So it looks like they didn't stay actually. Got Bramble, Giants, this. We should have had Oracles way sooner. I forgot to buy it. Talent canceled our initial back. Normally you want to ward the side you're not starting on so you don't lose it to a jungle cheese. Talent ended up canceling our back, so we couldn't really reset at that point or we'd be late to our jungle. I'm gonna play towards dragon. I'll path straight into it. We'll take the most damage from Grom since it is magic damage. Your W does give you MR still. You don't really take damage from your camps once you have Bramble. Bramble makes you so freaking tanky. It also puts out a little bit of damage. On Rammus, Thornmail's probably the best heal cut item in the game. The heal cut items have been struggling lately because they've been over nerfed. But Thornmail, since it directly synergizes with passive and W, it's spicy, man. Rammus's 3 highest win rate builds are all Thornmail or Bramble Rush. Or I should say Thornmail and Bramble Rush, because one of them is just Bramble into Sunfire, then Thornmail. You can take Ignite and Nimbus on Rammus, go Nimbus Celerity secondary runes. Rammus has a lot of secondary rune options. Triumph and Alacrity super safe. Alacrity synergizes with your passive on hit damage. Synergizes really, really well. They're giving up dragons for turrets. I think that's a huge mistake. Turrets are pretty much just a gold in a solo queue environment. Dragons, however, is infinite scaling. Get the Soraka and the Jinx. Trying to body block her slower with R. Got her with Q. Jinx is gonna die if she stays. Trying to be outside of vision so she won't see it coming. Yuumi didn't stay on me though, and Jinx seemed to realize what was happening. He should just grab the wave. He's going in super deep. Holy crap, he got it. Nice. Not bad at all. Can finally get Thornmail here. Smite's coming up. Still can't gank for mid. Talon's too slippery. He also has boots. What the heck happened there? Oh, Soraka autoed that. Alright. That was weird. Thank you very much, Soraka. Fiddle's not a full item. Could dive bot side potentially. Too many people missing on the map. They might rotate for it. Good volley TP, or Talon might be hiding on a neutral pathing down the middle between mid and bot. Plus my, yep, exactly. Look at Volibear. He was ready for it. I'm glad we didn't try to dive. Jinx is gonna die doing that. She's rage splitting, forcing Volley to go bot. It's not gonna turn out well for her. It's time for Jack Show. Jack Show balances Rammus out really nicely. You get a bunch of armor and magic resist plus health. Ability haste, you steal some of the enemy's health and it goes to you for 3% of your max health. So it heals you. Armor, magic resist, ability haste, HP. And then it gives you a bunch of extra armor, magic resist after you've been in combat for a bit, which once again synergizes really well with your passive and W. Yeah, Jinx is dead. She's got nowhere to go. I have Thornmail, so the turret can't really do anything here. Rengar is just not doing anything for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know what he's doing. I'm taking so many turret shots and he's spending all of his time running away from her. I'm not coming back here again. Some people don't realize that when you're tanking turret, they have to hit. But he's so scared that I'm going to leave turret aggro that he just keeps leaving himself. I have Thornmail. Plated plus cloth. Turret's not going to do much damage. Turret deals physical damage. And I'm taking 78% reduced physical damage while I'm on W. This Twitch and Yuumi have much better follow-up. I'll try to play around them instead. We absolutely don't want to throw Shutdown Gold or throw Tempo. We need to get every single dragon on spawn. Get Drag Soul. The only reason why I don't have more Shutdown Gold is Rengar's pretty far behind. And he lost 2 turrets, so they got a lot of gold off of that. That's what I'm saying. If they didn't get those turrets, then I would have a bigger Shutdown Gold on my head. Same with the Twitch. To where it didn't really do anything for them. Meanwhile, we got 2 dragons, which dragons are in limited quantity. And even if you have Drag Soul and they kill you, it doesn't give them a Drag Soul or give them a quarter of a dragon or a half dragon or a full dragon shutdown. That's not how that works. The only shutdown you can get is gold based. And it's not based off of how many dragons the enemy team has. Well, this is awkward. Down he goes. He seemed to have vision of me. Because he was kind of running early there. I'm on ghost extension, so you can't get away. He already burned fear on me too. He's just dead. Got the Q on him. Still have taunt and a W. He lost his flash for that. Tragic. Dragon is coming up. I can get a huge chunk of Jack Show. Rammus has so much speed. We can base and still make it to Dragon probably before it spawns. A lot of champions take so long to get there. You have to reset around 40-second mark. We reset around 30-second mark, waited in base. We're still going to get there on time. The most annoying things to deal with on Rammus in team fights and in the late game is max health burn damage or max health true damage. So Karthus, Mordekaiser, Maokai, since Maokai just got buffed, Lilia are all very annoying. Trundle's kind of annoying, but you can deal with him if you have the bigger backline because you're still tankier than he is and you have higher quality CC. The most important thing to ban when you're playing Rammus is Vayne and then Fiora. There's no counterplay for Rammus against max health true damage. No matter what you build, they'll kill you extremely quickly. There's no counterplay. We have R, might as well do a little dive. Get our Q nice and charged before they see us. There's nobody here though, so the dive is off now. They show up after my Q is used up. Fiddlesticks is gonna R. I have to cross over. We can't leave this side of the jungle open. If you're gonna do a dive and they have someone like Fiddle or Zac, you need to know where they're at. Otherwise, you're gonna get destroyed when you go in for the dive. Oh, is he taking my camps? He is. He took my blue. Very cocky. He must have known where I was. It was super risky. One does not simply steal from Rammus and get away with it. It's so fast. You don't use your R unless you need to, because they can see where your endpoint is, and they can dodge it, flash it, Zhonya's it. And your R puts your Q on cooldown if you're using your Q at the time. So a lot of the times you use your R right when your Q is about to end, or you use it to go through heavy CC. If you're, let's say there's a Vague Cage, a Lux Snare, a Mork Snare, a Trist R, whatever. As long as you've clicked your R, you'll go through it. 100%. You'll still eat the damage from those abilities. Your R is unstoppable, just like a Malphite R. They don't have really any abilities for me to outplay, though. Like, other than jumping through Jinx traps and still making it on top of her, that's pretty much it. I'm getting shredded. Wow, Twitch destroyed them, though. Twitch destroyed them really hard. Jinx is dead here. Volibear was shredding me. He went AP. He has 2 AP items. What a cheese ball. Run her down with Q on. I'm going to wait for my W to come up. She probably thought I was BMing her, but nah. I need W. Hey, Soraka. Down she goes. Time to reset. If they FF, or if we win pre-25, we'll go ahead and do a part 2. Rammus is pretty nutty. Got Jack Show, pick up Control Ward. This is pretty much the core. Technically, third item is situational. You can get Deadmans, Force of Nature, Sunfire. Not a big fan of Turbo Chem. Turbo Chem tank also has a low win rate on Ram. You don't typically need that type of movement speed. I could even go Wit's End versus these guys. Having some attack speed on Rammus doesn't hurt for the late game. It gives you so much damage output because passive. So much damage output. Hey, Talon. Auto attack EW. After you knock them up with Q, you pretty much always have time to auto attack before you E. And your E outranges your auto, so even if they start to move away or dash, your E will pretty much always land if you Q, auto, then E. Hey, Soraka. I don't know why Yuumi disconnected from me, but that was a bit of a mistake there, I think. But I do say so myself, and I do. Wait, why is Fiddle here? Wait, do they think they win this? Maybe they do. I took a lot of damage from him. He went max health burn. That was so much freaking damage. He says it only did 56, but it felt like a lot more than 56. Yeah, it's hard to believe it only did that much when we're as tanky as we are. You can go for blue jungle item instead of green. Green's still better for Rammus. The tenacity and the shield is really, really good. The red jungle item is the least useful one typically. It's only 4% max health true damage on a decently long cooldown. Jinx on wolves. No, she's not. A lot of people still don't realize Rammus moves full speed when he's on his W. Fiddlesticks doesn't have R. We'll use our R to slow him down. Plus we couldn't reach him with autos anymore. Cancel his drain with Q, putting his drain on full cooldown instead of like 60% reduced. I think that's what it is normally. They're pushing Herald top. Yuumi should get off and go deal with Woolly Bear. Because their team's already dead. I'm not going to have to deal with people over here. Twitch is going to stop him. Volibear has a lot of damage with his cheesy build. He's trying to end the game because he knows they can't win late game. AP Volibear falls off really hard regardless of how cheesy it is early game. Someone's trying to give up. Must have been Twitch. I mean, this is Drag Soul. Even if he got both Nexus turrets, it's kind of worth to get Drag Soul here. That being said, Volibear shouldn't be able to do that. Unless the team lets him. I mean, he might actually end there. Somehow... Okay, no, he died. That's kind of ridiculous, though. He's kind of just ending. Ghost lasts for 10 seconds. Q doesn't last as long. I probably Q'd a little bit early there. R into EW. We R'd right when our Q was about to end anyways. That way we didn't waste the Q speed up duration. You don't always have to use it like that, because sometimes you need to R pretty early on in your Q. That way you can go through one of their big CCs, like a snare or stun. Hey, Fiddlesticks. Got him with E. He tried to R away. We had taunt to cancel it. Oh, that's unfortunate. Soraka had a plant, otherwise she would have died there with how she juked. I'm on a ward. Down he goes. I guess we could go for Baron here. Baron's not a bad call. Can almost get Sunfire. They made it way too inexpensive. It was already a decent item. It was kind of like a low B tier item. And then they simultaneously made it 100 gold cheaper, which is a big deal in League of Legends. 100 gold is a lot. And they gave it an extra 100 health. If they did just one of those, it would have turned it into a solid A tier item. But even as it was, I don't think it needed the buff. I think they just want people to play more tanks. But that's not the issue with tanks. The issue with tanks is there's so many items that do max health damage, like Bork, Leandri's Demonic, Divine Sunderer. That's the main thing that's giving tanks issues, is items. Non-tank items is what's giving them issues. He's killing himself on my Thornmail. Down he goes. Let's do some Rammus hunting here. We could kill all of them. Me and Yuumi could legit 2v5. They don't have max health burn items, or at least not enough of it. Hey, Fiddlesticks. Is anyone gonna automate? Hey, Jinx. She's dying by autoing me. That's freaking hilarious. They couldn't 3v2 underneath their turret. Jinx is she's got some true damage as well. Fiddle's 2 full item, I'm 2 full item. No, I'm 3 full. What am I talking about? Hey, Jinx. Goodbye, Jinx. Oh, Woolly Bear. We might actually lose. I'm trying to let my teammates back. Yeah, you're gonna die for that, Soraka. Nice try, buddy. Volibear can shred our turrets. I don't think he had minions, though, so he was doing a 5th damage he would normally do to the turrets. I couldn't get to him. Dang, Yumi died. Feels bad. Got the taunt and W. Down he goes. And that's GG's, guys. Rammus jungle is legit out of control. Way too strong. Let's look at damage dealt, damage taken. Looking at damage dealt enemy champions, we had the most in the game at 26,000. Looking at damage taken, we had taken almost the most in the game. Looking at self-mitigated, we probably had the most. Yup, at 69k. If you count self-mitigated to our damage taken differential, then we definitely took the most in the game. Because the person higher than us was only ahead by about 2k damage. Meanwhile, on self-mitigated, the next highest person was 46,000 behind us. Just like in self-mitigated, differential alone was higher than anyone's total damage taken. That's how much self-mitigation Rammus is doing right now with Jack Show plus W, and I guess his other armor items he's building. Every single one of his items gives armor. Just realized that. Every single one that we had. Makes sense why we did the most damage. Really good value out of our runes. All in all, Rammus is crazy right now. You guys should definitely play as much of him as you can, or ban him as much as you can before he gets nerfed, because they're gonna have to do something either to his items or to him directly, because his win rate legit is way higher than everyone else's. His average win rate with non-optimized runes and builds is 55%. Whenever a champion hits a 55% win rate, it low-key breaks the game, because all the other champions are around a generalized 48 to 52%. So when it hits that 55, things get kind of crazy, and then if you're taking the right runes and build, it's nuts. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. My name is King6. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.